Betty Lee. Welcome back to Shop at Home. Also, welcome back to the only place on the globe to get the most collectible thing on the globe, and that is Pokemon PSA graded cards. I've got Ken Golden on the phone. He is the maven, I can say. He is the man that can tell us more about graded cards, about sports cards. He's been doing it for 22 years. This is a new phenomena. Kenny, are you there?
Yes, I am, Betty. Thank you.
Well, Kenny, what we've got now, I don't even know how to begin. This is the granddaddy of it all. Look at it. We have got the Neo Promo PSA Gem Min set. We have got a set that nobody can get in the United States, and we've got it graded.
And in fact, just to make sure people don't have a misunderstanding, if we can take out the word promo and call it the Neo PSA 10 Gem Min set, because I want, some people have a different understanding. I want to make sure everybody understands what they're about to see. People, there are 25 of these that exist in the world today.
Wait a minute, these are all Gem Min 10?
All 9 cards are Gem Min. This could be a $20,000 item, and here's why. Every single solitary card is a Gem Mint 10. Let me repeat this.
Wow.
You are getting a complete set of Pokemon cards where every single solitary card is a PSA Gem Min 10. Again, let's call this Neo PSA 10 Gem Min 10.
We're changing it.
This is, people, I'm going to tell you something right now. And I know this isn't for everybody. I want to tell you that for those of you just tuning in, if you can't afford it, don't buy it. Okay? However, if you can't afford it, hang with us. We've got $99 items coming up. We've got a $299 deal after this that is going to blow your mind. But I need to tell everybody something right now. If you watch TV for just the one chance of finding something you will never see in your life, I need to tell you something right now, people. This set, there are 100 million Pokemon collectors in the world. 25 of them can own this item. That's it. This item. Do you know how many exist in the country of Japan today, Betty?
How many?
0. Do you know how many exist in the United States outside of these 25?
Nowhere.
0. I have got a confirmation from PSA that these are the only complete Gem Min 10 sets that exist. What that means is that you are getting Chikolita in a Gem Min 10 Perfect. Yes, you've seen that card at $400 a card. By itself, a Gem Min 10, it's in the deal. You are getting Bearfu in Gem Min 10 in the deal. Yes, you've seen that at $400 by itself. It is in the deal in Gem Min 10. You are getting Mega Numi in Gem Min 10. You are getting Magam Rashi in Gem Min 10. You are getting Bakufun in Gem Min 10. You are getting Odero. Now, for those of you who go to internet auction sites, be it, I don't want to mention brand names, be it 4-letter words, 5-letter words, 9-letter words, whatever site you accompany on the internet, you have seen the Odero in Gem Min 10.
21 sets left, I just want to tell you.
$1,600 a card. We are guaranteeing you a Gem Min 10 Odero. We are guaranteeing you a Gem Min 10 Wanyanoko. We are guaranteeing you a Gem Min 10 Hinarashu. We are guaranteeing you a Gem Min 10 Alligates. To put this in perspective, I recently saw a Happy Birthday Pikachu get sold in a Gem Min 10 for $4,500. Let me tell you something. There are 10 Happy Birthday Pikachus in Gem Min 10 to every one of these sets, and I need to explain this. This is something that has never been seen before in national television. Scrap that! This is something that is not available anywhere else in the world. Honestly, I honestly believe that the first person who receives their set at home should go up on the auction site, put it up with a $5,000 minimum bid. I think this is an excellent chance to get $10,000 for the set. Do you realize, Betty, that in the world of Pokemon, this is the rarest commodity that exists? Do you realize, Betty, that in the world of Pokemon, nobody else in the world has this item? Only 25 exist.
18
left. Oh man, people. I got to tell you something right now. Honestly, this is a deal Forget putting it away for the future. This is instant money now. You're paying $109 a card for Gem Mint 10. And I'm Betty, do me a favor. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Look at this right now. Look at this right now. There is somebody, I don't know if you have this, says Neo set of 8. There's somebody that was selling 8 Neo cards for $2,500.
I've got it right here.
They had 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 8 cards were Gem Mint 10. 4 out of 8 were Gem Mint 10. They were selling it at $2,500. Well, guess what? You're not getting 8 cards here. You're getting 9. Every single one of them is a Gem Mint. Take a look at that. Neo set of 8. 8 cards. 4 of them were Mint 9. 4 of them were Gem Mint 10. They got $2,500 for that set. If that's a $2,500 set, this is a $12,500 set.
We have 16 sets left. I just want everyone to know this is like serious stuff here, guys. We have 16 sets left. End of story. Kenny, I don't know what to say about this.
I'll tell you something right now. Do you know something, Betty? In the state of New York, and the state of Pennsylvania, 2 of the biggest northeast states in the United States, one person between those 2 states will own it. In the state of California, it's a good bet that nobody will ever own this set. In the state of Texas, it is a good bet that nobody will ever own this set. And again, there are items that at times we say if you went to buy this elsewhere, it would cost you triple. People, I got to tell you something right now. Listen and listen good. And if I'm wrong, you send it back at any time. I don't care. This is an item I don't care when you return it. Unconditional return privileges on this, and here is why. This set is not available anywhere else in the world at any price. This is a shop-at-home exclusive. For those of you who don't know, I've got a very special relationship with PSA. They were able to guarantee me this, that a set of Gem Mint 10 cards does not exist. There may be a set where 1 is Gem Mint 10, or 2 cards are Gem Mint 10. We saw one where 4 cards in Gem Mint 10. Only 25 complete sets were ever graded Gem Mint 10. That is it. Only 25 of every card exists in Gem Mint 10. You are going to get all 9 prototypes in a PSA Gem Mint 10. Do you realize, now PSA, for those of you that are new, and I should explain it for those of you just tuning in that are new, PSA stands for Gem Mint 10. PSA stands for Professional Sports Authenticator. Do you realize that a Michael Jordan rookie in mint condition books for $1,200? A Michael Jordan rookie, authenticated and graded by PSA as a Gem Mint 10, books at $55,000. A Michael Jordan rookie sticker books at $400 from 1986. A Michael Jordan rookie sticker in PSA Gem Mint 10 books at $45,000. Now, here's the punchline. We sold this set ungraded at $200. Using the standard grading scale for PSA, a Gem Mint 10 would sell for 50 to 100 times that price. 50 times 200 is 10,000. 100 times 200 is 20,000. This is my personal guarantee to everybody out there. Listen up and listen good. If you buy this set tonight, if you find it on the open market for under $10,000, you could send it back for a full refund. Let me explain how I can make that guarantee. It's a trick, people. I'm tricking you. The reason I'm tricking you is you won't find it for $10,000. You won't find it for $9,000 or $8,000 or $15,000. It does not exist anywhere else in the world. Now, we will sell some rare Pokemon items in the future. We've sold some in the past. We'll sell some in the future. I hope one day to offer a PSA graded Happy Birthday Pikachu. I hope one day to offer a PSA grading Surfing Pikachu. I hope to offer a set of Charizards where we can guarantee the PSA 10 and the PSA 10 American and Japanese. But you know something? Every one of those items, if you look hard enough, and if you have enough money, if you're a millionaire, or like, you know, the TV show, you recently married a multimillionaire, you can find it at a price. Guess what? Bill Gates, the biggest multimillionaire of all, could not get this set today.
No.
No, he couldn't. Warren Buffett, number 2 on the richest list, could not get this set. Paul Allen, number 3 at like $60 billion, could not find this set.
Ted Turner.
Ted Turner couldn't get this set. Keith Smith couldn't get this set.
No.
It is something.
Now
Ken
you're
Hunt
pushing
couldn't
it.
get this
Now
set.
you're
Don West, with all of his expertise, could not find. The only way Don West can get this set is by contacting me.
He did.
25 sets exist in the world. It is not only the rarest Pokemon item ever produced, it is the rarest Pokemon item that ever will be produced, and the rarest Pokemon item that exists in the market. All 9 cards are double white star. What that means, you see why PSA put double white star? That means it is the rarest of the rare. The Charizard, that in the Gem Mint 10 sells for $3,000, is a double white star. The Blastoise, that sells in $2,000 in Gem Mint 10, is a double white star. You're not getting 1 card that's Gem Mint 10 this deal. You're not getting 2 cards. You're getting all 9 cards at Gem Mint 10. Listen, you make the decision. If you think you own every Pokemon, if you think your son, your daughter, your nephew, your niece, your friend, your grandchild owns every card, including the rarest of the rare, let me put this in perspective. There exists probably 1,000 Charizards to every one of these Gem Mint 10 sets. Again, the Oderu, guaranteed Gem Mint 10. The Chikolito, guaranteed Gem Mint 10. The Bearfu, guaranteed Gem Mint 10. The Maganumi, guaranteed Gem Mint 10. The Magarashi, guaranteed Gem Mint 10. The Bakufun, guaranteed Gem Mint 10. The Wananoko, guaranteed Gem Mint 10. The Alligates, guaranteed Gem Mint 10. And the Hinurashu. I'm sorry, this is holy ground we are treading on right now. I sometimes refer to an item as the holy grail of a category of a sport. You know something? The most valuable baseball card in existence is a T206 Honus Wagner. The last one that was graded near mint or better sold for $1 million. There are approximately 100 of that. $1 million for 1 card.
1 card.
1 card. It's the best baseball card to own. There are 100 of them. Do you realize, Betty, that means there are 4 of that rare card to every one of these sets in existence, people? I will tell you this, and I will tell you now. This is an item you won't see tomorrow, you won't see next week, you won't see 2 weeks from now. And again, because of the price, I know a lot of you may not want to put $333 in your charge card. If you want to call in, listen, here, you want to do this no risk, this is the best no risk proposition for you. Call in and get it reserved any way you can. Tell the operator that you want to reserve it on a check or money order, give her your name, give her your address and information. And here's a little secret for you. I want you to spend the next 2 days calling around, asking if anyone's ever heard of this. I want you to spend the next 2 days looking this up in the price guide and going on the internet and trying to find anybody in the world with a set of every single Neo card guaranteed Gem Mint 10. And here's my promise. If you can find it on the open market for under $10,000, no harm, no foul, just don't pay us. We've got no problem with that. That is perfectly fine. However, when you find out that not only at $999 is this the lowest price, it's the only place you can find it, it's the only place you ever will find it, I am actually willing to bet, Betty, there was a time we had a card in for those of you sports fans who follow my sports shows will remember this. We did a card that was a 1981 Rochester Ripken minor league card. In a Gem Mint 10, the first time we ever did it, we sold it $1,999.
Right.
We sold it out about 3 months ago at $4,800, $4,800.
Wow.
Since that time, on one of the auction sites, it has gone for $23,000. $6,000. You know what the person wrote? He wrote right in the description, he purchased the card from Shop at Home. It's not available anywhere else. Well, guess what? That is what you were looking at in this set. I would not be surprised that as you hear the sound of my voice, if we do not watch and see people that have already verified on this, selling it with minimum bids at $5,000 and people already paying $6,000 to $10,000 for the item. It is the rarest item. Actually, you know something? It's the rarest item I've ever presented on the air of any category. Any category.
You know why? Because this is the future, and you already know that it's got this kind of value on it. And it's the future. I mean,
and I just want to ask Keith one question, if you can pick me up for 1 second.
All right, Keith, go ahead. Everyone, I want to say this. Kenny will often say to you, when you kind of figure out how much you're paying by the month per card, you're paying $37 a month.
And I got to tell you something.
For Odero and a PSA 10? I mean, that alone, it will just blow your mind.
Betty, can I ask you a personal question?
Yes.
How long have you been working at Shop at Home?
2 years.
2 years. Have you ever sold an item that is rarer, in any category, that is rarer or more limited than what you have right now?
Never, never, never.
Let me ask you another question. Have you ever sold an item for $999 in any category that is gathered and garnered such a furor on the phone as this is right now?
Absolutely not. And I can go back to Beanie Babies when Mark McGuire hit the home runs. I can go back to a lot of big time Furby. I have never seen anything like this, guys. Now,
you know what this shows me several things. First of all, this shows me, a lot of people said, Ken, you can't sell a $999 Pokemon. And I said, no. You got to realize we have the smartest customers out there in the world. What we have is the people we have with the Pokemon shows ranges from the beginner to the parent and grandparent and friend that are buying as gifts, to the individual collector that is buying for themselves, and also to the investor, to the speculator, and finally to the dealer and store owner. Now, there are 3 ways to buy this. Number 1 is to buy it, to keep it for yourself, and to realize that you own today, tomorrow, and forever the single rarest Pokemon item that ever has been produced and ever will exist. And you can watch it go up in value for years and years to come. That's one thing to do. Second thing to do is you can buy it to immediately resell it as a complete set, put it up for auction, one in a millennium. I'll tell you something right now. You put this up for auction, you will have no competition because only 25 exist. Finally, and what I think a lot of people are actually going to do, and I have got to bet there's going to be a couple people, and I know a lot of people may think that, wow, at $9.99, no one's going to buy more than one. I bet there's a lot of people that are going to buy more than one. The reason are there are a lot of full-time dealers out there that are going to look at this. Can you imagine if you're a dealer offering off for auction in your store this set? Oh, wait a minute. What about this? I bet you can probably generate $1 million in business. Do like a 3-month lottery in your store. Anybody who spends over $100 gets a raffle ticket to get this set. Do it for 3 months. Anybody spending over $100 in collectibles gets this. You probably would generate over $1 million in business. But a lot of people, Betty, are looking at this and saying, the heck with it. I'm going to buy it and break it up. Because at $110 a card for a prototype card in Gem Mint 10, you know something? The most valuable card I have ever seen in Pokemon sell was actually not the Charizard, even though I've seen the Charizard at $3,500. The most valuable card I've ever seen sell was another prototype card. It was the Happy Birthday Pikachu prototype. $4,700 for a Gem Mint 10. Went off on one of the most popular auction sites 2.5 weeks ago, like late January, early February. What did I say? About late first week in February, second week in February, it sold. $4,750. Guess what? You're getting 9 prototype cards. Every one of them is a Gem Mint 10. And speaking of prototype cards, I am now looking at the PSA guide. And let me just double check this to make sure. I don't want to quote anything incorrectly, but I do not believe there is a single prototype card of any category. Here's a Charizard promo. Yeah, I'm right. There is not a single promo or prototype card that is listing of any category under $250. At only $250 a card, that would put this at $2,300 bucks. But you know something? And again, and I want to point out, we will not be coming back. You're going to see a clock on this soon. We will not be coming back to this after the break. Again, if you want to order by check or money order, this is the only opportunity. Again, this is in stock. If you order by charge card, $333, we ship it out to you immediately. Again, if you order by charge card, $333, we ship it out immediately. That means you get the Chicolito, Gem Mint 10, the Bearfu, Gem Mint 10, the Meganumi, Gem Mint 10, the Magamashi, Gem Mint 10, the Baku Fun, Gem Mint 10, the Waninoco, Gem Mint 10, the Alagats, Gem Mint 10, the Hinorashi, Gem Mint 10, and the Charizard of the future, the Oderu, in Gem Mint 10. However, if you're a gambler and you want to take your chances, that's fine. I personally, listen, if, I would buy one on a credit card, and I'd reserve it, knowing me, what I would do, I would put one on my charge card to ship immediately, and because I'm in the business, I would reserve 3 of them on a check. And what I would do is I would personally spend the next 24 or 48 hours, and I would see what this Ken Golden says, and I'd see how it checks out. I'd call up all my dealers. Listen, go look in the Beckett Price Guide. You go buy a Beckett, it's a great publication, or buy the SCD, buy the Krause Guide to Pokemon. You will find hundreds of full-time Pokemon dealers in those guides, okay? Reserve 1, reserve 2 by check or money order. Then call up these dealers. I want you to ask every single dealer a question. Can you sell me a complete Neo set where every single solitary card exists in a Gem Mint 10? They will give you one of 2 answers. Answer number 1 will be no way.
Right.
Answer number 2 will be it doesn't exist.
They're going to say, we never heard of it, it doesn't exist, forget about it.
And what you will find out is that you will be running to UPS or to the post office or to FedEx and sending your check in next day air. Because simply put, this is the only item I can ever say this on. It's the only one. Even if we ever get the rare Happy Birthday Pikachu and we can sell it for under $10,000, I will have to be honest and say that you have the chance of one day finding it someplace else. I will never be able to say this again. You will never be able to find this anywhere for under $10,000, for under $20,000, for the complete Gem Mint 10 set unless they buy it from Shop at Home today and today only. And I need to point out...
You can't find this in Japan.
Betty, you can't find this in Japan.
That's what I mean.
I mean, you can't find it anywhere.
Nowhere.
And let's get a 4-minute clock on this, and then we're going to be sold out. And I want to tell everybody, you have restored the volume of callers that are buying this tonight, have restored my faith in humanity, and everybody's out there. I've always said, now listen, a lot of people argue with me and say, Ken, you shouldn't put a $999 item on the air. I said, listen, I am an expert. I understand the value. I know. Listen, the only thing that I'm upset about right now is that I actually could, because of this opportunity, I actually could have gone to the vendor and say, listen, don't send it and sell it at $999. Sell it at $2,999. And I bet he probably, for doing him that favor, I know, Matt, I bet he probably would have given me $200-300 for every set he sold. And that would have been pretty good for me. I got a new baby, 2-week-old baby Laura. Okay.
What's her name?
And I probably could have bought a lot of diapers with that money. but that, it's disappointing to me. But you know something? It's great. You know why it's great? Because the people that are going to profit, the people that are going to make the money, are the shop-at-home customers. And that's what we're here for.
Well, Kenny, I'm going to say something, and I want to say it to Keith, too. When I saw this item, I said, Keith, I'm nervous. The item is worth more than anything we are offering, and it's almost laughable. But I'm nervous on this. This is $999, and I'm nervous. I'm going to tell you something. I am blown away. The audience always tells us what they want and what direction we should go in. This has been a blowout, Kenny. And to Keith, my hat is off to you. Boy, you guys are just unreal. It is, I know that it's worth way, 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 way more than we are offering it. But it is so ahead of its time. This isn't even fully in Japan yet. This is not in Japan, guys. PSA graded. We are the only people that have it. This exists for you to, like Kenny says, just turn around, try and try your hand. Try to go into a store and say.
Oh my God, Betty, I hate to cut you off, but I just did something. My father was a statistician professor, and I should have pointed this out. Let's say, for example, that 1 out of every 1,000 of these cards gets graded a Gem Mint 10. Okay? 1 out of 1,000, which is about the rate. Do you know what the odds are of putting together a complete Gem Mint 10? And I can't calculate it because my calculator does not go that high, but I want someone out there at Shop at Homeland to do it on the computer and let me know. This is 1,000 to the 9th power, which means the odds of somebody putting this together on their own, of ever getting it, is 1,000 times 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 1,000. I believe the odds, I may be misplacing 1 or 2 decimal points, but are probably in excess of 100 billion to 1. That is remarkable. And again, that's how I can sit here and proudly tell you that you will never be able to buy this anywhere else. You will never be able to put this together on your own. You will never find this. No matter, I don't care if you're Mr. Pokemon. I don't care if your name is Hagamurashi Nintendo, and your father owns Nintendo, which starts Pokemon. This is not available for sale and will never be available for sale ever again and anywhere else in the world. That is it. It is the only presentation we will ever make. Anybody who buys it from here on out will be buying it from a Shop at Home customer, and I want you to send me emails, send Betty emails, at SAS.com. Let her know what you get for your sets, because I know that somebody who bought one of these sets tonight will generate over $10,000 when they resell it. I know it because there are people out there who are not up right now watching the show and who don't know we exist, and when they see this set, they will not be able to contain. There have been Pokemon items that have sold, I've seen them on the networks, over $100,000. This is the greatest, most limited, and rarest item that anybody can ever sell in Pokemon. Every single card in this set is a perfect Gem Mint 10.
Well, I just want to tell you, everybody, these phone lines, this is the blockbuster of the night. It is a blockbuster of all times, and as I said, we've done Mark McGwire the day he hit the home run. Whatever's happened, I have never seen our phones like this. Please, everybody, stay on the line for it. We are coming back with more Pokemon, but we are moving away from this right now. So if you want it, this is the moment. I'll be right back with Kenny.